Yo, what's good, people? Rock Runner Entertainment, Rock Runner DVD. Here with that man, Louie P.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? So, Lou, what's going on, baby? How you doing, man?
What's going on, man?
What's up, yo? I'm honored to have you on the DVD and shit. I see a lot of talent going on in Rockland, man, and you're definitely one of the names on my list, man. So I had to come out here and holler at you. I appreciate you giving us the time.
Down, man.
So, in the process of doing this, man, you know, I told a few people I was going to be interviewing Louie P. A lot of people knew who you were, a lot of people didn't. So, just for the people who aren't familiar with you, just kind of give them a little bit of your background, how you got your name and where you came from. Just let them know a little bit about that.
Man, first and foremost, I was born in the Bronx, New York. I came up to Rockland, so I got that 845 up in me all day, every day. You know what it is, Rockland to the death. Louie P is the name. My real name is Louis. And when I started to do this, I started to take it seriously. I really figured I could make a career out of this, and I noticed, there's money to be made, so the P in my name stands for pesos, Louis Pesos, symbolizing how I'm always trying to stay close to the money. That's what I do this for, man. I'm trying to give back, not trying to say I'm trying to get rich and be on some selfish. I'm trying to really give back and help a lot of people, help my family out, make sure my circle's in a good position. So that's my main focus. That's why my name is Louie P.
I respect that, man. A lot of people don't got those intentions on giving back, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely what's up. So how long have you been making music for?
I've been making music for about, on the serious tip, I've been making music about 3-4 years right now. You know what I mean? I've been going 3-4 years strong. I got a few mixtapes out, the God's Gift Project, Takeover, the Kingpin Dreams, the most recent project, got a new one coming out called The Topic of Discussion. So there's a lot of materials about to be coming, especially for 2011, because I'm going hard.
That's what's up. I see that, man. If we have people that got Facebook and everything, you can check them out too and see the work that this man is putting in. So music must have just started off as a hobby at first. So at what point, what struck you and made you say, all right, now I want to go hard at this. Now I want to take this serious. What sparked that in your mind to really step it up and go for this for real?
Well, at first when I was doing it as a hobby and all of that, it all started out, my uncle got me a little CD changer and all of that, and I really started just pressing up tapes for my friends and all of that. Then I started handing them out around my school. When I was getting a lot of the feedback, a lot of the positive feedback, and hearing a lot of artists that I felt that I could really contend with on the lyrical tip, and as far as my talent is concerned, it's more like maybe I can make a go at this, let me go. And then the more feedback I got, the more it drives me to just go at it. And at the same time, the more hate I got, the more people told me I couldn't do it. It just drives me to go stronger and stronger and stronger.
There's always haters out there, man, but you know that's what kind of fuels our engine a little bit. The more people that hate, the more it makes you want to keep going and accomplish your goals more. So I notice there's a lot of artists in Rockland County. Some focus more on party type music, some are on the lyrical shit, some are just straight hardcore hip hop. So what would you label the type of music that you're bringing to the table? What genre would you kind of set that at?
I'm versatile. That's what I like to be. I don't really like to box myself into one category and say that I'm a street rapper. If I had to really come off, some people label me as a gangster rapper, some label me as a studio thug, some say I'm a party rapper, I'm a cookie cutter rapper. To me, that's versatile because y'all all looking at me from different perspectives. But anything, I come off aggressive on some records and I come off soft on others. It depends what the record calls for. But at the end of the day, everyone wakes up feeling different. People criticize Tupac for that, but at the same time, sometimes you don't wake up feeling like you want to help people. Sometimes you wake up like, fuck the world, man. Sometimes you wake up like, I want to help everyone. So I'm versatile. However I feel when I'm in the studio, it reflects in the music I put out. So that's what it is.
That's what's up, man. It's good to be able to touch different areas because a lot of artists don't really want to be labeled in a box. If you're making one type of music, that's only going to be able to go for so long. Yeah. But if you're making tracks for women, you're making conscious tracks people can really think about, you're making a bunch of different records, it kind of keeps people interested because they're like, all right, what lane is he going to go with? You're not always giving the people something to expect, like you're kind of surprising them, so that's kind of good though.
That's our job as artists. At the end of the day, we artists. We are hip hop artists. So an artist's job is to paint pictures. And I'm saying you can't be painting the same picture over and over and over. Not everyone wants to hear gangster rap all the time. Not everyone wants to say the word. So you got to give them everything.
Word up. So how would you say your music has evolved since you first started doing this? What has been the major changes that you've been making towards your music?
I say my major change since I started, if I had to say it was one thing, it would be confidence. Because in the beginning, I really lacked the confidence because it was more on the shit. I'm doing this for fun, and it's like, yo, this nigga raps. It's like, nah, chill, don't time. Because I mean, I wasn't really confident with it yet. But now that I got the confidence up, it reflects in the music I put out. If you were to listen to the first thing I've ever done until now, you hear a major difference. And most of it is confidence. When you start to build your confidence, you get your swag on, you start to develop your style. And that's what makes an artist an artist.
So along with building that confidence, I know there had to be a lot of challenges and obstacles that you went through to accumulate this newfound confidence. So as a artist in Rockland and trying to get your name out there, what do you say has been your biggest challenge to trying to achieve your goal and where you want to be?
My biggest challenge is probably just being accepted into that realm of a serious artist and a serious lyricist, because of the fact that when I started, because I did it for fun and I happened to kind of build a name, even though I was doing it not on a serious tip, people took it as, oh, he just playing around. And I was at that time, but when I started to make that transition to being more serious, it really had to prove to niggas like, yo, I'm for real with this now. Like, I'm really gonna make a go at it. And it reflects because at that time when I was hitting up certain artists, are like, yo, we should do something, they knew I was just doing it for fun. And it was more like, nah, because I mean, and no disrespect to them at all, because I mean, you don't want to drag yourself down. And now I have some of those same artists hitting me up for collabs. So
it's funny how the tables turn, man.
Yeah.
So how would you say you're being able to overcome that challenge though? Like what have you done to try to get your name out there?
I mean, I have a lot of avenues that I touched. I've done a lot of records with a few industry cats. I have a record on YouTube with J Hood. I got a joint with Koi Guns. That's gonna be on Worldstar very soon. I got a joint with Fred the Godson. I'm working on a joint with Reed Dollars. I got a lot of industry contacts that I'm really using. My new mixtape. I got a mixtape coming out in a few months. It's gonna be hosted by DJ Envy. That's gonna be the Who Is Louie P project. My new one's gonna be hosted by DJ Sus1. So it's a lot of industry contacts that I'm really taking advantage of now.
I see that, man. And one thing about you that really stands out is you're kind of reaching past the circumference, the little radius of Rockland. You're doing what a lot of artists are trying to do, which is penetrate the industry. So you've been able to do that, make those contacts with the artists you've mentioned before. So that's a good look, man. I'm glad to hear that you're doing good. So what would you say is the ultimate direction for Louie P, the artist? How do you see yourself a few years down the line? What do you see for yourself building?
I see myself stable. I mean, when everyone, especially my family, it took a long time for my family to get behind this, because as we all know as upcoming artists, this is a dime a dozen field. You know what I mean? There's probably a good, 100 people in Rockland alone that are doing this, you know what I'm saying? And in New York City, forget about it. So there's a lot of people that want to do this, and not everyone's going to make it. And I may not make it either, but I'm going to make it to the standpoint where I'm going to be able to financially take care of myself and really be able to do what I got to do, even if I'm not, let's say, a platinum status rapper. I mean, even if I'm doing it on the underground tip or the independent tip or even the behind the scenes tip. You know what I'm saying? The music money is beginning to come in for me right now, and it's only just going to get better and better with time and exposure.
That's what's up. So what is it about yourself that gives you the confidence to make you feel that you'll be able to surpass a lot of other artists who are trying to be in this lane also? What do you think separates you from the artists that are already doing this?
I feel it's just like I said before, it's the confidence factor. Because of the fact that I'm confident in my own music, I don't have to bash other artists. I don't have to decimate someone's character, desecrate someone's character, none of that. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I could give opportunities to other artists. Like at the end of the day, if I'm in the opportunity and another artist is in an opportunity, sometimes one artist will take that time to really bash this person to really get the attention on them, whereas me, I'm just gonna let the music speak. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I mean, here's my mixtape, here's their mixtape, you decide. That's what it is.
So that's what's up, man. So what artists or what records would you say has influenced your music the most? Who's really touched you, Louie P, as an artist?
I mean, for everyone that knows me, they know my biggest influence of all time is Tupac Shakur. That's my favorite artist, and in my opinion, that's the best artist hands down of all time. That's my opinion. A lot of people disagree, but it's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And as far as, aside from that, my biggest influence is Jay-Z. You know what I mean? Jay-Z on Papoose is another very big influence with me, and I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to meet with him and rock the stage with him not too long ago. So that was a blessing and a very good experience for me.
So it's interesting, man. You mentioned Jay-Z and Tupac, possibly one of the two most iconic people in hip hop. So what would you say you've taken from Tupac and taken from Jay-Z and applied it to yourself?
Well, I mean, I feel like as far as Tupac, his influence that he had on me is him using real life situations in his music is my biggest influence that I've taken from him. I mean, his life was a lot different than mine. My life, my upcoming was not as hard as his was or how his was portrayed. But a lot of the records I've done, from Succeed in This Rap Game, to Sick of This, to Conspiracy, to Real Music, all stems from real life situations that I've gone through and stems from my opinion on how I view the rap industry without really trying to put down anybody or anything like that. That's just one thing that I've taken from him and how I feel like my music reflects his influence on me.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I feel like the game is missing a lot of elements right now, man. We don't got too many hoes, we don't got too many Pacs, we don't got too many bigs. So how do you feel about the state of hip hop right now?
I mean, I feel like the state of hip hop, I mean, I don't agree when everyone says hip hop is dead. I mean, at the end of the day, hip hop's gonna evolve. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't bash Soulja Boy or Flocka for what they do, because the game needs that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't. I see a lot of people that bash Soulja Boy or Waka, but that Hard in the Paint come on in the club, you on the dance floor. I mean, so you can't. How you gonna bash them if you rocking to their shit? You know what I'm saying? Because you're not gonna. You don't want to party to conscious music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But when you chilling in your crib, you want to hear it. I mean, it's there too. Conscious music, the game needs both. You know what I'm saying? The game needs the Flockas and the Soulja Boys and the Gucci's and the Waynes, but the game also needs the Commons, the Nas's, the AZ's, the Papoose. You need all of that, and it's all there. It's just one just happens to get more exposure than the other, but it's all there. And I mean, you got the internet. You can choose what you want to listen to. If you don't like a certain rapper, I mean, you don't gotta listen to him.
So if I were to check out your collection of CDs or look at your iPod right now, who would I see that Louie P is paying attention to, like listening to right now, to kind of help himself lyrically and as an artist?
If you look at my collection, you're gonna see Pap, you're gonna see Hov, you're gonna see Pop, you're gonna see 50, you're gonna see Banks, you're gonna see Cannabis, you're gonna see Cassidy. You're gonna see a lot of artists. You're also gonna see some other things you might not expect. You're gonna see some Linkin Park in there. You know what I mean? You're gonna see some Creed. You're gonna see Alicia Myers in there. I mean, you're gonna see a lot of people that you may not expect.
That's what's up, man. So you got the mixtapes coming out, man. Tell the people a lot about your upcoming projects. Tell them about Kingpin Dreams. Tell them about your other project coming out, Topic of Discussion. Just let people know a little bit of the history and how you came about with those names for those albums, and tell them what they symbolize.
Well, Kingpin Dreams right now, that's in the streets right now. It's on thatpiff.com. Just type in Louie P, you see that. And Kingpin Dreams is very symbolic of my goals in the industry. You know what I'm saying? You look at the cover, you see me with the cigar and the three-piece suit and all that. I don't want people to take it as, oh, this dude's trying to be a thug. He's trying to be this. He's trying to be that. I mean, if you see Daredevil and you know what the Kingpin is, and you looking at it from the perspective of a street kingpin, a nigga that got his crew and they really running shit. Well, when I put my shit together as Kingpin Dreams, that's symbolic of what I want to be in the industry. I want to be a kingpin head. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a figurehead that has his own label, that got his own shit and is really running shit. You know what I mean? Like, to me, a kingpin in the rap game would be like a Diddy, a Jay, a 50, you know what I mean? A Russell Simmons. That's what I strive to be. That's why I titled it that. Now, my new project, The Topic of Discussion, the reason I called it that was because, I mean, with all the exposure I've been gaining as far as the Worldstar Avenue, the Power 105 radio play, shout out to Jovan for that, man. I appreciate that. And all of that. You know what I mean? A lot of people got my name in their mouth. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people out here that don't feel that I'm up to standard with what they want the face of Rockland to be or anything like that. But I mean, so a lot of people got my name in their mouth on the negative tip, on the positive tip, or the negative tip. Either way, you're talking about me. So that's why I titled the mixtape what it is, The Topic of Discussion. You know what I mean? Since people want to run their mouth about me so much, I feel I give them something to talk about.
And a lot of people are talking, man. Mostly the people that's hating are the people not doing anything. So they occupy their time just hating on the man who's just trying to do them, yo.
There it is, and I appreciate you for the views too. You know what I mean?
No doubt, man. No doubt,
it is
man.
what it is.
So tell the people about your industry connects, man. Opening up for Papoose, the tracks for Fred the Godson, J Hood, and I know I'm forgetting one more, but you made a few industry contacts, man. So kind of give us a little background on how those came about, man. And also talk about the Worldstar hip hop videos and the feedback with that too.
I mean, that all comes with the internet. You know what I'm saying? We in this day and age are very blessed to have what we have. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays we got Twitter where you could tweet Puffy or you could tweet Hove and like, yo, check this out. You know what I'm saying? And if you're fortunate enough to have them check it out, I mean, you never know where you can go from there. So I was fortunate enough to contact Corey Guns through the internet, and I got to link up with him. I sent him a record. Wasn't really liking the record. It's not really his style. And then once I got the beat, New York, that we did, once I got that beat, shout out to Nux, he produced the beat. Once I got that and I hit him back, I hit his manager back and I said, yo, I got a joint I know he's gonna like. You know what I mean? And he was like, all right, if you're confident, boom, boom, come down to the studio. He's going to be there tonight. I said, boom, I'm there. We came down to the studio. He heard the joint. We laid the track. He was there. And at that same studio session, that's where I met Fred the Godson. Who else? Hollow the Dawn was there. Cortez. I mean, it was Blockwork. There's a lot of artists record at Blockwork Studios. So shout out to the whole Blockwork. S. Dot, what up? Everyone over there. They be doing their thing.
Yeah,
as far as the World Star thing, I mean, I had about 3 joints on World Star. I got the joint with Corey Guns that's coming to World Star. I got a couple other videos coming to World Star. So, I mean, the grind's really getting heavy in 2011, man. That's what it is.
So, a lot of people aren't fortunate enough to do some of the things that you've done. I mean, you talk about opening up for Papoose. So, how was that able to come about? Like, how did you be able to open up for Papoose? And what was it that made Papoose say, all right, I like this dude, I'm gonna have him open up for us? Because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who try to do that all the time, but you just so happen to seal that spot.
Well, I mean, that was set up through Drama Magazine. Shout out to Drama Magazine. There's actually a lot of artists that performed at that venue. There's a lot of talented artists over there too, so I was able to go over there and make a lot of connections with them, pass the CD out, meet with a couple artists that I'm gonna be collabing with, some from South, some from New York City, some mostly from New York City, but a lot from the South. And so it was a very good opportunity, but that was set up through Ray Daniels and Drama Magazine. Shout out to Drama Magazine too.
Another thing that caught me too, man, you're on the cover of Street Themes Magazine. Can you tell us a little about that?
Street Themes Magazine, I mean, they doing, Street Themes is doing their thing for the hood and all of that. I mean, Jay Black has graced the cover, Emperor Chi has graced the cover. I'm fortunate enough to grace the cover. I just did the interview with them as well. That magazine, I mean, you just Google Street Themes, it'll be out. You see the hard copies. Is going to be circulating around the hood. They're really trying to give a platform for artists that may not have a chance to shine or may not be blessed to have the opportunities I have. They're trying to give them a platform to shine, and I always support people. That's why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I support when people are really trying to give a platform to a lot of artists, because there's talent out here. There's a lot of talent out here. And not everyone has the same platforms that someone like me or LD or Chi or Saigon or those guys have had. So it's good to see when people are really trying to give other people a chance.
So the Street Themes Mag, is that a Rockland-based magazine, or is that something that's passed out of Rockland County?
No, that's not a Rockland-based magazine. It's gonna be a big magazine, but I mean, it started out in Rockland. It's really giving a lot of. I mean, there's more than just Rockland artists in it. Cortez has been in it. There's a lot of city cats in the magazine, and I mean, all you got to do is just Google Street Themes. Y'all can see for yourself.
All right, cool, man. So after you're done with rap, man, Paul Wall once said there's no 401k for a rapper, because niggas can't be rapping for the rest of their lives, man. You know what I'm saying? So what is it after you feel like you've been filled with the rap game? What do you plan on venturing off into?
As cliche as it sounds, I'm venturing into movies. That's what I'm looking to do. I'm actually working on a project right now called Dice Man. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a very big project, independent release. Gonna be in stores probably by next summer, hopefully, to be out. It's gonna be in stores, online, and all of that. It's a big project. It's a good script. I like the script. I was approached to play not a leading role, but a minor character in it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very excited to really start working on that. I think, if I'm positive, I think we begin shooting that probably in about a month or two. So I'm gonna be not like I'm gonna take a break from music, because I got music for days. So I'm really still be flooding the industry with the music, flooding the internet with the music while I'm doing the movie. So it's just a grind. It's just trying to better, trying to open more doors and all of that.
I hear that, man. So do you believe in unity amongst artists in Rockland County? Because like we said before, there's a lot of people who are hating, kind of got that crabs in the barrel mentality. They see one nigga trying to get out, they pulling them back down. So do you believe everybody should at least help each other out in some type of way, instead of wasting their time just hating and focusing on the negative things?
I mean, not even necessarily that people don't help each other out, but people have the mentality that they want to make it first. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone wants to be the face of Rockland. Like when DMX came and did his thing for Yonkers, and you seen other artists come from that spot. Nelly came, did his thing. Everyone wants to be the first person to knock down the door because they're the first person that gets that credit. And you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not trying to knock nobody, but I mean, people need to just do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with staying to yourself and doing what you do. You know what I'm saying? But you don't gotta bash other artists. You know what I mean? Like, instead of focusing on your energy and oh, this dude's doing this, fuck him, he's not worried about us. Don't worry about him. Do you? You know what I'm saying? Instead of talking down on him, you show him what he should have done. You know what I mean? You be the one to really make it to that plateau and show him that had he done it this way, he'd have been more successful. You know what I mean? So
I agree,
that's my
man.
opinion on that.
So what artists are you feeling out in Rockland County? Who could you possibly see yourself doing possible future collabos with?
I mean, I've done a couple collabs with a few artists out here.
Care to name them?
I've done tracks with Sweet Peasy. Shout out to the whole Hood Bangers. Shout out to RMG, Ride Out. Shout out to Black King. Shout out to every Rockland artist that's doing anything. I've done I work with Sweet Peasy, Shotty, Nobi. Shout out to Gritty Life. Obviously Jay Black and Greg Pax. Greg Pax, shout out to my nigga Pax. And right now, as far as the artists I haven't worked with, probably the two that will probably be most in my head is probably Emperor Chi and LDJ. Probably be the ones. Saigon as well. I mean, I've spoken to Saigon a couple times, and so you gonna see some Louie P Saigon joints coming out real soon too.
All right, so I know G Pax is your boy, Jay Black is your boy. I believe it was a couple summers ago you dropped the mixtape God's Gift. Excellent mixtape, lyrical. That's what kind of caught my attention to Louie P. So in the future, is there ever going to be any collective project with you three dudes together again?
I mean, Black is doing this thing with Gritty Life. Myself and Greg Pax. Greg Pax is still with me with Hustlemusik Entertainment. So is Shay Lissette, Mr. Dollar. Shout out to them. I mean, you never know. Possibly. I mean, it's not me and Black we've done tons of records together. A lot of records together. So we could probably go on the computer right now and just take all the records we've done and have like a 30-40 track mixtape, because we've done a lot of records together. We used to have a studio up in my crib. We used to really get it in, like no sleep type shit, just be in the studio banging out tracks, boom, 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 boom. So I mean, I respect Black's grind. I mean, and that's how we were able to get so much work done together in a short amount of time where we had that opportunity.
All right, so that's what's up, man. There you have it, Louie P. If you ain't know him, now you know him now. He's going to tell you a couple things you can check out if you're interested in knowing what he is. Let them know the websites where they can find you at. Let them know your mixtape that's coming out. Educate the people, man.
You can hit me up on that Twitter at Louie Pizzle. You can hit me up on YouTube, youtube.com/LouiePmusic. For those that are still on MySpace, you can hit me up, myspace.com/LouiePmusic. On the Facebook, it's Louie Pizzle. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all over the social networks. If you want to email me, you can email me at wegrinded@optonline.net. It's WEGRINDEN @optonline.net. You know what I mean? And there you have it.
All right, so that's what it is, Rockland. Be on the lookout for Louie P, all his future projects. This kid is going somewhere, man. I suggest y'all niggas out there stop hating, take notes, do what you got to do, man. Just don't hate. Rocstar DVD, Rock Runner Entertainment, and we out.
Peace.